Thank you for checking out my video. This video is about replacing a water temperature sensor because your water is no longer dispensing hot or cold water. I am not a licensed electrician. I do not work for Primo. I purchased a universal part off of Amazon. If you would like to take on this challenge, first thing first, unplug your unit from the wall. Unplug it from the outlet. You got to make sure it's no longer getting electricity. Second, take pictures before and during this disassemble. So this way you can also be able to put it back without questions of a doubt. My unit may be slightly different from yours. The components on the inside may be the same, but di- not identical, the same in order as we take it apart. All right, let's jump into it. All right, we're replacing a water temperature sensor and a 5-gallon Primo bottom loader. Okay, make sure you disconnect the power source first before you do anything. All right, we're going to remove the top two screws to the lid of your dispenser so we can get access to the inside of this. This is one of the first steps we have to do. Once you remove the top two screws, we're going to lift up on the lid. It's going to feel a little stiff. Don't worry, lift up on it. It might feel like you're breaking it, but don't worry, you're not. Make sure you put the lid to the side along with the screws. All right. So this way, when time comes to put it back together, you know where everything goes. Don't be intimidated what you see on the inside. All right. You really won't be touching a lot of the stuff on the inside. We're focusing on the right side of this machine. Right down in there is what we have to get. We're going to move that metal box out the way. First, let's remove four more screws. All right, the four screws that I'm pointing to. Okay, we're going to move those four screws, put them off to the side. Now we got access to the back, the silver box. Two more screws we're going to remove. They are not identical to the other screws that you removed. Okay, so you can't mix them up. Okay, now you may have to cut some zip ties. Okay, in order to pull this metal box out to give you more room, to extend the wires and all that. Um, Zip ties are easy to replace. Okay, loaf of bread, who knows? You may have to go buy some, but that's okay. I'm going to take a small flathead screwdriver, stick it in the opening, the slots, because we need to remove the lid. Okay, just stick it right down in there, and you'll see how you just gently pry against the latches on the lid. Okay, there's four of them, I believe. Gently, got it. Don't take a lot of muscle. Okay, just gently pry to it, and you'll see how it breaks free. Once you do that, okay, you may have to disconnect the hose too, guys. That's on the top. Okay, you see how that comes off. So don't worry. You really can't mix stuff up. When it comes back, lay the lid over the side. It'll be fine. The wires can hold it. Okay, just don't put no unnecessary stress on it. Now the styrofoam has a clear piece of tape on it. What you're gonna do is try to slice the tape. Don't try to put up. Just try to break the tape. Slice the tape. Slide it apart. You cannot lift the styrofoam up because part of the styrofoam sits underneath the canister. So gently, guys, slide it apart. You can do this. All right. You don't want millions of pieces of styrofoam because you know styrofoam breaks very easy. Slide it apart enough so that we can get right down where my hand is at right there in the side because that's the opening where the temperature sensor goes at. I'm going to give you a better visual in a few minutes to show you where we got to get at to. Okay, here we go. I took a long screwdriver, flat screwdriver, to disconnect the sensor wire from the motherboard on the inside. Okay, I'm gonna give you a better visual of what I did. You see they're color coded? It's the blue one we have to disconnect. You take a long screwdriver if you have one, you stick it underneath the latch, and don't take a lot of muscles, guys. See, that's where the sensor goes. That's the opening where the sensor goes. That's why you had to spread the styrofoam. See, it goes right into that little tube on the inside. All right. Now, I've already taken mine apart and cleaned it up. If you come and you see some white stuff, that's dielectric grease. It dries up. I had to take like a little object to clean it up. I got my part from Amazon. I am a Prime Amazon member. Guys, if you like great deals and you don't want no problems getting refunds and all that, I suggest you sign up. Okay? This way you get some great deals. So if the part don't come right, there's no problem returning it. No cost to you, hopefully. Yes. This is my replacement part package. All right. So I couldn't give you a clear shot because of my light. I wound up getting five of them because the price I paid for five was a lot less for paying for one. And if the machine happens to go down again, hey, guess what? I don't have to wait for the part, guys. I got extras. Now, I'm going to separate one of them so this way we can compare to make sure the sensors are the same thickness, the same length. The wire is the same thickness, the same length. It's very important, guys. Okay. As you can see, once again, I'm trying to be good with the camera. Sensor, tip of sensors is good. Uh, the tip, my wire connections are not the same. I'm going to show you how to correct this, okay? My wire connections are not the same. One's white, one's blue. I'm going to show you how to remove the blue to put it where the white one is later on. This is the dialect grease that you have to put around the sensor before you put it back into the location that we had removed it from that I showed you where it goes earlier. Okay. This is just a brush that came along with it. If you don't want to use a Q-tip or nothing to to apply it, they give you a part to connect to the tool to squeeze the nectar grease out of. Okay, this is how you can change the ends on the connector if it's not identical to the one that you purchased. You could take the old end, the old connector off and put it on the new sensor. You push in on the openings on the back side of the old connector and you'll feel like a little click. That's letting you know that it's being released. You slide it off, do the same thing to the new one. You take the new ends off the new sensor and you put the old end of the old sensor on the new sensor. So this way you have a positive connection. Here it is. We're now putting it back together. I kind of speed it up a little bit, guys, because if you have put the screws and everything down in the order, all you got to do is reverse the process and putting it back together. You know where the screws go and everything. You got the wires crimped up the way they was crimped up before, and you're just putting things back. Nothing is Superman tighten. Just secure tighten it enough so that it won't fall up. Come apart easy. Okay. Make sure the lid is sit on properly. So the screws goes in with no problem. Here we go. The water test. Cold water side first. Now we do the hot water side. And there you go. Hopefully this video will help you save money, not get a new machine. Just be confident in yourself. You can get it done, guys. Thank you.